Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. Yesterday, Peole told Nigerians that though he will be clocking 62 come today, and that though he's also very grateful to God, but then that he wouldn't be celebrating his birthday the way he should celebrate it because of the state of the nation. But shockingly, today he had to celebrate it in a way of showing that he's not comfortable with the situation in the country. Now you're going to see where actually he found himself today, which is his birthday. Everybody will be thinking that he will fly abroad, go talk about a lot of things, but shockingly, he decides to go elsewhere. And according to the news, Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate in the February 25th election, has celebrated his 62th birthday today. Obi celebrated his birthday by visiting different IDP camps in Mangu local government area of Plateau State, housing over 18,000 displaced persons to mark his birthday. Obi, who turned 62 on Wednesday, also donated food items and cash to the victims. Recall that the Labour Party leader had urged his supporters to celebrate him by donating to the less privileged in the society. Residents of Farinkasa, Gerana, and Sabongari communities in Mangu local government area of Plateau State were recently thrown into mourning following fresh attacks by gunmen which left scores of persons dead. Mr. Obi, who is in the company of the national chairman of the Labour Party, Barrister Julius Abure, among other party leaders, also paid a courtesy visit to the state governor, Caleb Mufwang, who commiserated with him on the terror attack. He also visited the palace of His Royal Majesty, the Mishkaham Wakavu Da John Bookman Hayes, JP. Earlier, Labour Party chairman Barrister Abure had felicitated with the former Anambra State governor. He had also enjoined all its members across the globe to make today a memorable day in honor of the presidential candidate. According to a release by the National Publicity Secretary Obiora Ifo, Abure said, though in his usual compassionate attribute, Mr. B has asked his supporters to celebrate him less but to devote this day to visiting the less privileged members of our society and sharing their loves with them. The Labour Party in compliance has also directed all our members to honor him by spreading love and compassion and to let Nigerians realize that our dear country will be great again when compassion and love for humanity reigns. So, in all his public life, the former governor of Anambra State has dined with the poor, given shelter to the homeless, provided succor to the needy, encouraged children of nobody to be today's leaders, fought for the oppressed, and provided education for the vulnerable. His vision is simply to make the world a better place. His past spoke massively for him at the polls, with millions of Nigerians rooting for him massively as our president, even while the system stood stoutly against the wishes of the people. At the market square, on the street, and at religious or cultural gathering, his appearance created sudden gridlock with a shout of "Our President." The Labour Party regrets to disobey you for once because there is certainly no hiding place for a goldfish. We will roll out the drums and celebrate you to the high heavens because comets are not usually seen every day. How can we not celebrate a man that brought together over 50 million Nigerian youths under one obedient umbrella? You told us that a new Nigeria is possible when we transform from a consumption to a production nation. You told the youth of this nation that their years would no longer be wasted, and you provided solution with verifiable statistics. In less than 6 months, you changed the political equation of the largest black nation in the world by attempting to retire the aristocratic few that have held greed to power for so long a period and to empower the vibrant and technologically savvy youths that have been obstructed and denied for so long. We know the Nigerians have spoken. We know that Nigerians have spoken, and because we have faith in the omnipotence of the Almighty, the day of reckoning is here, and Nigerians will rejoice again. The Labour Party is very proud of your achievement, and we celebrate His Excellency Peter Obi on this special occasion and pray to the Almighty God to grant him many more years in wisdom, good health, and sound mind in the service of our fatherland. And as we always say, to God be the glory. Wow. So it was quite a very interesting stuff today, because he was not just in company of just the Nigerian people, but so many people from different walks of life were part of the celebration. For example, Isa El Buba, a very renowned religious leader in the um, Christian area of Plateau State, was also very much available. And other persons, the massive crowd that came to witness his arrival in Mangu was quite interesting. You can see the pictures there, and this is one thing that Nigerians will not forget in a hurry, and one man Nigeria will not forget in a hurry. But I'm very hopeful that he will not be a president that never became the president, because this man has touched lives and has proven to Nigerians that he can change the narrative of this country. Already, we are screaming and crying over the state of economic affairs of Nigeria. And God willing, we are hopeful that something very unbelievable will happen. Most of the time when I begin to think of some of the errors that this current administration have shown, it points to the direction that God still have a plan which he has not unfolded yet to Nigerians. Some people are looking at 2027, but some are still believing that what God has for Nigeria is going to start this year. But however, we are putting our fingers crossed to see what will happen. Now, let's just look at certain reactions of obedience, mostly as Peter Obi was celebrated today in Mangu local government of Plateau State. This one here says, this is one man that we know would have saved the country from the current economic stagnation that we have found ourselves. We are hopeful that the PEPT will come out good for us. Another person here says, the vision is not dead yet. We are hopeful that one day, among one of these days, President Peter Obi will lead the country. And my colleague is in the house here. And what do you have to say about the level of celebration and the fact that Peter Obi left the best places in the world to, spend time with those who are internally displaced in faraway states? I'm talking about Plateau State. Do you think that this is part of his character, or maybe he's just doing it to garner more support for himself? And you think that he may one day lead the country?
Well, one thing I do know for sure that he has been consistent in his words, and one of such is that he said for the past 20 years,
Yes.
this has been his culture. Every of his birthdays each year, he doesn't draw up a party. Rather, he look for the less privileged, those who need scholarship, IDP camps if there's any. There was a time he even went down to, I think, Haiti when they had issues, although that was not his birthday. He's always known for someone who does good. And that's why you see those who know him, each time you see him walk on the street of any part in Nigeria, his goods always comes to locate him from his past. You see somebody come to tap him, sir, good day, sir, you are the one. I just want to appreciate and thank you. You are the one who paid my wife's school fees when she had a first class in so and so place. I want to just appreciate you. She's now an academic doctor. She's now a professor. She's now. You keep hearing good deeds from his past, going ahead of him into his future. This is not something he just did simply because he's vying for presidency. It's because he's vying for presidency that people have gotten to know that there's a good man who have been doing this without making noise. And if you watch during the build-up of his campaign, they tried looking for anything, even if it's 5,000 allegation, they couldn't see, because Peter Obi deliberately lived his life doing good.
Wow, that is really a good one. Well, let's keep our fingers crossed to see what will happen in the near future. Most of them are still calling him my GC, GF, R, or GF.
CR.
Yeah, exactly. GCFR, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic. So, which means they are hopeful that one of these days we may hear a news that will excite Nigerians. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your position?